Hello and welcome my dear students. I am Rohan sir from Mehndi English Medium School. I welcome my all dear second standard little champs once again in grammar class. My dear little champs, I hope that you are watching my videos regularly and you are following each and every video, the instructions given in the video, and if you are following those instructions, you should know that I have always asked you to carry a rough book, a book and a pencil with you, because in every lecture I ask you to note down something, either to write the answers or to write the lines, the important instructions written within the lecture. So if you are in the school, we ask you to note it down from the board, but now you are at your home, so now I ask you to write it from your screens, whether it is a TV screen or a mobile screen. So my dear students, I hope that you have the rough book and a pencil with you, and I hope that now you are going to follow the instructions given in the lecture. The previous lecture we did adverbs, we did the different topics of grammar, the revision of grammar and the worksheets as well. And you know that we enjoy solving the worksheet, as I even give you the time to write down the answers in your book as well. I am regularly noting down the name of the students, those who are sending the photo to the follow-up teachers, and even for those who are not sending the pictures, because whatever you write in this lecture, you have to send it to your teachers, to the follow-up teachers, so that we can keep a note that the one who is regularly giving us the work. And also I am going to display the name of the students who are doing the good work after few days. So make sure, if you want your name to be displayed on the TV screen, you should do the regular work in English and grammar. Okay, let's see what is our objective for today's lecture. So in our today's lecture, the objective will be what is an adjective. So we are going to understand, we are going to learn what is an adjective. Adverb we have done, but now we are going to understand what is an adjective and how to use it and exercise of it. So make sure you have to be mentally prepared to understand this. For those who have not understood what is an adjective in the previous lectures, this is a good opportunity to cover up that thing. And for those even who had the doubt in certain topics related to adjective, they will be also able to solve here. Okay, let's see what are we going to do first. Now, what is an adjective? First of all, you need to understand that word. What is an adjective? Adjective word. 50% of you might be knowing what is an adjective, 50% of you don't have an idea at all what is an adjective still. So let's see what this word adjective means. Look at the following sentences. This is a tall building. The story is about clever fox. This is an interesting book. This is a colorful ball. Can you see the highlighted words, my dear students? Just write down one highlighted word in your notebook. As you have notebook, just write any one. See, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 highlighted words are there. You can write any one. Please write down any one highlighted word. You can write tall or clever or interesting or colorful, any of one. Quickly just write it down. There is a reason behind why am I asking you to write it down. But first, if you have written it, then only you will be able to know why am I asking you to do so. Okay, so this is a tall building. How is the building? Tall. Okay, it is heighted. So this is a tall building. So whenever you see the tall building that is 10 floors, 11 floors, 15 floors or more than that, you say that is a tall building. This story is about the clever fox. How is the fox? Fox is clever. This is an interesting book. Now when you read the book, Or when you read a subject book or a story book, you say it is an interesting book. So how is the book? Book is an interesting. And then this is the colorful ball. Now you're describing the ball. How is the ball? Colorful, isn't it so? Okay. So what is an observation from this sentences? While you read the sentences, what did you observe? Let's see what the observation is. The highlighted words tells us more about the nouns. Yes or no? Yes, obviously yes. Such words are called describing words because it describes the noun. It tells us something detailed. So describing words are called adjectives. So again let me display that page. See, building is the noun. Though it is not a proper noun, the name is not given for the building. It could be XYZ, ABC, whatever. It is a noun. So now building, about the building, something detail, some more detail is written. Tall. How is the building tall? If you just say this is the building, then there is no adjective. But if you say this is a tall building, then you are describing the building. You are writing something more about the building. How the building is tall. Similarly, in the next sentence, the story is about the fox. Okay, then there is no adjective. But if you say the story is about the clever fox, now you are describing the noun fox. How is the fox? Fox is clever, smart, intelligent, sharp-minded. Yeah, that is how we describe this word clever. So you are describing the word fox. How is the fox? Fox is clever. So clever is describing the noun fox. Again, if you see, this is an interesting book. Now if you say this is a book, okay, that's it. But if you say this is an interesting book, now you are describing the noun book. How the book is? Book is interesting, very interesting, or it depends on your description. So you are describing the book. And same with ball, you are describing the ball. How is the ball? Ball is colorful, ball is big, ball is small. So these all words are describing the noun. It tells us something more, some detail about it, isn't it so? If you just say this is the ball, we are not describing the ball. But if you say this is the colorful ball, then you are giving one description for it, isn't it so? So if you are giving the description, that describing word, that colorful word, it is called describing word, and describing words are only called adjectives. So colorful is an adjective for the noun ball. So what did you understand by this? Adjective is the word which describes noun. Correct? Noun means name. So adjective is the word which describes noun. Please repeat after me, my dear students. Adjective is the word which describes nouns. Clear enough? Now I hope you know the meaning of an adjective. Okay. Moving forward. Now coming on to the exercise. Now here you have to write down the words. See, here the exercise is about circle the adjectives. You can't circle on the screen. If you will start circling with your pencil on the TV screen or mobile screen, your mother or father will give you the thrashing. So please don't do that. You just have to write down the words in your rough notebook. Okay. So exercise is finding adjectives. You have to find the adjectives from each line. Okay. So red, boy, car, small. So adjective, you don't get mixed up with noun and adjective. Noun means the name, but adjective means the word which describes it. So you see red. Red is the name? No. Red is describing, correct? If you say red car, see, then red is describing, correct? So red is an adjective. You can say red car, red shoes, red clothes, red building, red bag, etc., etc. So you can describe the noun using the word red. So red is an adjective because red is used to describe something, correct? So you can write this as an adjective. So you can write down in your book red. Okay? Red. I hope you are writing it red. Now boy. Boy is adjective? No, you can't say boy is an adjective. Can you describe something as a boy? No, boy is a noun. Okay, it is not a proper noun. Rohan, Ibrahim, Shahrukh, Salman, no, names are not written. But boy still is a noun, correct? It is not an adjective. Car. Car is an adjective? No. Car is a noun. Okay, it is a name of a vehicle. It is a kind of vehicle. It is not an adjective. Now if you say small, small is name? No, small is not the name. You use this word to describe something. Okay, you can say that he is a small boy. So now you are describing the word boy using the word small. So small is a describing word, isn't it so? So small is again an adjective. So please write down the word small in your book. Moving on, mouse. Mouse, again you can't say mouse is adjective. It is a name of a kind of animal, an insect, whatever you say. Again dog. Dog is also not an adjective. It is a name of an animal, correct? Mother. Again it is a name. Friend. Again it is a name, correct? Coming on to the next line, coat. Coat which you wear. So it is not an adjective. It is a noun. It is a name of cloth. Now if you see soft, here if you see soft, now soft is not the name, then it is an adjective, because you say the pizza was soft, the cake was soft, the sofa was very soft and comfortable. So soft is used to describe something. So soft is an adjective because it is a describing word. So please write down the word soft in your book. Okay, next is hard. Soft, hard, both are opposites. Now if you say hard has many meaning. You can say physically something is hard. So you can say that bench was very hard, or you can say that exam paper was very hard, correct? So hard in short is describing something. It is used to describe. So it is again an adjective. So you can write down that word HARD, hard, in your notebook as an adjective. The next word is pleasant. Again pleasant is an adjective. Pleasant is not the name of anyone. You can say what is pleasant surprise. So you're describing the noun surprise with the word pleasant. So pleasant is again adjective. Okay. So this way you are going to solve this. Most probably I'll send this photo, this exercise photo in your groups, so you can solve it more further. So I hope you understood now and you solved this example. You have written everything. Whatever I asked you to write till these 3 lines, you have to write it down, and next 3 lines you are going to solve on your own in the WhatsApp groups. Okay. So I hope that you have written all the words which I asked you to note it down, so that you will be able to understand what is an adjective. Now moving on to the next exercise. The next exercise, the heading says that put more or most in front of each adjective. Now adjectives will already be given in your here blanks, but you have to put more or most. More means when you are comparing 2 things, you can use more, but when you are talking about one particular thing as the best thing, then you use most. Like you say English paper was more difficult than ENV. So you are comparing English and ENV paper. But when you say the English paper was the most difficult paper, so now you are saying that English is the only most difficult paper. So you are not comparing 2 things when you use most. Clear enough? Okay. So now moving on to the first question, please write down the answers in your book. You can use the new page for the new exercise if you are using the rough book, but please write down each and every answer so that you can compare your answers with the correct answers. Okay, let me read the first question. Football is dash dangerous than golf. I repeat the question, let me explain it to you. Football is dash dangerous than golf. Now you are comparing football with golf. I repeat, you are comparing football with golf. 2 games are being compared here, isn't it so? And whenever you see THAN, then then always understand THA and then is always used when the comparison is there. Okay. Moreover, two nouns are there, football and golf. So obviously this is about comparison, and I asked you to use which word when the comparison is there. Okay. Now I hope that you will be writing the answers, whether to use more or to use most here. Okay, if you have written the answer, let's display the answer. The correct answer is football is more dangerous than golf. See, to compare, I asked you to use more and not most. So if you have written this answer more, then you are absolutely right. You don't have to write full blank. You just write the main answer, more or most. Okay, you can give answer number 1 and then write more or most. So football is more dangerous than golf. Now we are comparing football and golf, so we used more. Clear enough? Okay. Moving on to the next question. You asked the dash interesting question. You asked the dash interesting question. So can you see two nouns here? Dash interesting question. No, there are no two nouns. And there is only one noun. It is one question. But are you comparing one question with any other question here? No. Then can you find THA and then? No, it is also not there. So obviously this is not about comparison. You are talking about only one thing. So if it is not comparison, you are not going to use MORE. What you are going to use? Please write down second answer in your books. Quickly write it down, whether it should be more or most. Okay, I hope that you have written the answer. Let's see what the correct answer is. You asked the most interesting question. Okay, because you are talking only about one question that only you have asked, you are using most. You are not comparing your question with any other question. See, you are only talking about your question or anyone else's question. So you asked the most interesting question. Here only one person is denoted, only you are denoted, correct? No one else is compared with your question or you. Clear enough? Okay, moving on to the next question. Jenny is dash delicate than her sister Paula. Now here Jenny and Paula are compared. Yes or no? I hope that you are shouting the answers. Yes or no? Okay, Jenny is dash delicate than her sister Paula. Jenny and Paula, both the sisters, are compared. Comparison is there, so which you have to use, more or most? Please write down your answers in the book quickly. Okay, and one more clue, THA and then is given, so obviously comparison is there. So whenever comparison is there, which word you will use, more or most? I hope that you have written the answer. So the correct answer is Jenny is more delicate than her sister Paula. More is used as the comparison is there. So by now I hope you should understand when to use more, when to use most. Let's see one more question. The couch is dash comfortable than chair. Couch means a big sofa. In American language it is called couch. In British language it is called sofa. Okay, so the couch is dash comfortable than chair. Couch and chair both are compared here. So if comparison is there, now you already might have written the answers, but still I'll give you 2 seconds to write the correct answer. I'll read the question meanwhile one more time. The couch is dash comfortable than chair. Now the correct answer is more. Okay, I hope that 90% of you might have written this answer more, because you should have understood now. Okay, the couch is more comfortable than the chair, because couch and chair are being compared, and moreover THA and then is there. And one last question for this exercise. Panda bears are the dash lovable animals. THA and then is not there. Moreover, panda, only one animal is mentioned. Is any other animal mentioned? No. Then this is not comparison. Okay, and if it is not comparison, what do you have to write? I hope that you have written the answers for this. Let's see what the correct answer is. And the correct answer is panda bears are the most lovable animals. So we are talking about one animal, and even if you don't feel that panda are lovable, but still in the sentence only one animal is mentioned, no other animal is being compared here, so most will be used. I hope this topic is clear to you. Now moving on to the next exercise. The next exercise, the heading is fill in the blanks with much or many. The previous exercise was all about more and most. Here much or many. Now let me explain you when can you use much and when can you use many. So students, much is used when there are uncountable nouns. I repeat, much is used when there are uncountable nouns. Now you cannot count water, you cannot count hair, you cannot count milk, so there you use much, correct? But when there is a countable noun, you use many. You can count pencil, you can count compass, you can even count students, isn't it so? You can say that there are many students in the class. Because students are countable, you can use many. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, again you have to write the answers. Give the heading EX2, that is exercise 2. As you are writing in the rough book, you can use this abbreviation or the short forms. You only have to write the answers again. You can write much or many for answer 1, answer 2, answer 3 this way. And I hope that you are ready to write the answers. Let me read the first question and explain you the same. Okay, the first question says that we saw dash animals at the zoo. Now animals are countable, yes or no? First of all, please speak the answers. Animals are countable, yes or no? Okay, yes, animals are countable. In the zoo particularly, if you say animals are countable, okay, all over the world wide, still animals you can count. Like humans are counted, correct? Population is counted. Similarly, animal population is also counted. But here in the zoo, definitely you can count these many animals are there. So if it is countable, what to use, much or many? Please write down your answers in the book. Quickly write your answers. I told you if it is countable, what to use. Okay, if you written the answer, let's display the correct answer. And the correct answer is many. So we saw many animals at the zoo. You cannot say much animals, no. It sounds very bad. Firstly, secondly, animals are countable, so for countable you will only use many. Okay, this is 10 times I am repeating. Let's see the second question. How dash oranges did you put in the box? Can you count the oranges, students? Please shout the answers at your home. Can you count the oranges, yes or no? Okay, so if you can count, you know what to write. If you can't count, you know what to write. So please quickly write your answers. Till then I'll read the question one more time. How dash oranges did you put in the box? Okay, let's see what the correct answer is. And the correct answer is many. If you have written this answer, you are genius, you are smart. So how many oranges did you put in the box? This will be the sentence if you put many in this blank. Okay. Next question. There isn't dash sugar in my coffee. Can you count sugar or you can't? If you can or if you can't, you know the options for both. Okay, if you cannot count, you can use much. If you can count, you can use many. So I'll wait for you to write your answer. I hope that you are writing your answers in the books, because then you have to send their pictures of your answer page to your follow-up teachers. If you don't send, we are noting down the names here. Okay, I'll read the question one more time. There isn't means is not, dash sugar in my coffee. Okay, so if you have written the answers, and I hope that you have written the answers, So let's see what the correct answer is. Much. See, you can count the sugar bags, you can count the sugar cane, you can count the sugar packets. Can you count the small sugar particles? You can't count. Even if you are the you are the most free person on the world, still you can't count sugar. That is fact. You can count the sugar spoon, how many teaspoon sugar you want to put, okay, but you can't count the sugar. You can count the container in which it is, but the fact is you can't count the sugar small particles. Okay, so there isn't much sugar in my coffee. Because sugar is uncountable, we put much as the answer. Clear enough? I hope that you all are cooperating, you all are listening to me carefully. Moving on to fourth question. Question is, I have packed dash bottles of the water. Now you will say, sir, water is not countable, but sir, bottles are countable. Now you use your knowledge. What we are talking about? I have packed dash bottles of water. Are we talking about water or bottle? That you have to think and you have to write the answer accordingly. So quickly write your answers in the book before I display the correct answer here. I'll read the question one more time. I have packed dash bottles of the water. So obviously here you are talking about bottles, and can you count the bottles? If yes, you know what the answer should be. Okay, let me display the correct answer. Let me explain you. Many. Now you see, sometimes these kind of sentences will come in your exam also. If I say I have packed dash bottles of the water, you might get confused if you don't have a good command over English language. You are talking about bottles, correct? Even if I say water bottle, still we are talking about bottles. You cannot say I have packed water. You have to mention the container. So bottle is a container in which you can put the water. You can pour the water. Isn't it so? So I have packed many bottles of, it could be of juice, of water, of lemon juice, etc. etc. Okay. So I hope that maximum of you have written the correct answer, many. Now the fifth question is, I don't have dash friends. Can you count the friends on your fingertips? See, you might be having a lot of friends, but can you count the friends physically? Yes or no? If yes, you know what to write, and if no, still you know what to write. Okay, so I'll wait for you to write the answers in your book. Till then I'll read the question one more time. Please write the answers in your book. I don't have dash friends. I don't have many friends. Friends you can count, even if it is 100, 1000, 10,000, you can count friends. You can even count the best friends. My best friends are these two. So 2. Okay, so you can count the friends, so you used many. Clear enough? So I don't have many friends. So students, I hope that you now have understood that when can you use more and when can you use much or many. Much or many. Okay, again I repeat, much is used when there is an uncountable noun after the blank. Many is used when there is a noun which you can count. Okay, so that's all for today's lecture, my dear students. I hope that you enjoyed the lecture. So in today's lecture we understood that what is an adjective, then we saw many examples and observations, then we solved exercise number 1, which was picture exercise, exercise number 2, which was of more and most, and exercise number 3, which was about much and many. So this was the glimpse of today's lecture. I hope that you have written each and every answer in your rough notebook, and I repeat that you have to write down each and everything which I ask you to write, and then you have to click the photograph after you write it down, and you have to send it to the follow-up teachers. See, even if you have written incorrect answer and then if I display the answer, then you know that this is the correct answer, it is okay. Just you have to write it down, that is important, so that we will come to know that which students are the regular students. Okay, and at the end of the week or at every week I will display one name of the one who is regularly doing homework, one who is regularly sending the feedback. That depends on the lecture. So your name will be displayed on the screen. So be ready for that, and for that you have to do the hard work. Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's lecture, and wait for my other interesting lectures. Till then, stay safe and goodbye.